Is this thing... I don't even know if this thing's recording. I gotta check my mobile app. First time using OBS, so it might actually be recording. Let's see here. Video is unavailable. What? It says it's streaming. Let's see here. Video is unavailable. Okay, hey, what? We're live. All right, guys. Let me pull this up really quick here. I don't usually do this way. I usually have my other ways that I stream my stuff, but it's essentially like right now we're doing a live countdown to 400,000 subscribers. Exciting. Not like a huge milestone. I mean, it's not subscribed. Yeah, I'm on my own channel. Not like a big milestone for it is a big milestone, but it's at the same time it's not the, like 500 would be the one that I would really want to do, or 1 million, but I kind of want to learn how this whole thing works before I do it. For some reason it's not showing my chat over here either. I'm going to move this up here. Is that better? Maybe I can turn my audio off. I'm going to try to check this stuff here. Chat is disabled for this live stream. I'm not really sure why that's a thing. Let me see. I'm going to try to go into my content and change a few things. Okay. Again, this is like my first time using OBS, so well, okay, not quite my first time, but my first time in like a long time, because I used to do like reactions and stuff to our videos. I haven't really done that in a while. I kind of had the whole program figured out back then, but now, not really. So right now we are about 100 subscribers away from that 400,000 mark. That's the only reason I'm using OBS, is because of that little counter that I put on there. So I do have some people watching, and again, I am trying to figure out how to get chat going on this, because for some reason OBS is not, it's saying it's not available. Let's go to settings. We do have a little bit of time before. So let's see. Ignore streaming services. Recommendations. Output. Audio bitrate. Like, I would just like feedback from you guys, but like I really can't get it because basically I don't have a chat going. This is kind of lame. But oops. Yeah, I am like super noob when it comes to this. Crazy. Please close it. Okay. Yeah, show me that again next time, because I'm not going to remember that. All right, $3.99, $9.11, $9.12. It's crazy. We've been getting like a ton of subscribers lately. What are we at? 906. Guys, give this. I know we got like 20 something people watching, which isn't a lot, but if you guys that are watching, give this video a thumbs up if the audio, the video, if everything's working fine. Because really, like, I have absolutely no way of interacting with you guys at this time. It's just, yeah, I'm not able to figure this out. And I had to do it in like short crunch time, because like I wanted to be able to get this going before we actually hit 400,000, because I mean, what fun would that be? So let's see. The likes are going up. Also, if you guys have me on Facebook, you can message me on Facebook really quick and let me know if there's anything going on. If the audio's good, the video's good. I mean, I would actually like that. So if you're watching and you're one of maybe the people that knows me on Facebook, just hit me up really quick and be like, let me know how it's going, because I really don't know how to fix this. I can Google it really quick. Thank you for that typing class I took in high school. Seriously, like, I did not know how to type, and then I took a typing class in high school, and, I mean, boom. Okay, I just got a message. The live isn't working. It says it's rated for kids? Oh, that's the problem. Ha. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to go into my studio content. I'm going to see if this might fix it. Right there. No, not made for kids. We're going to save that. Okay. So, Dre, I got your message. I switched it and I saved it. Let me know if you're able to chat now. Now that I shut the damn window for the chat, I don't really know how to add back. Damn it. But hey, you know, if it is working, I can just pull up a window and like right here. I'm gonna refresh it. Where are we at? You know what? I might start this over. Oh no, there's the live chat right there. I was gonna completely kill the live chat, but there it is. Chuck Whiskey, what's up? It's working! And we got a live subscriber count going on now. Here we go, people. I hate being under pressure to learn things, but you know what? The internet's full of information. And helpful people like Dre No Doctor. He's only helping me because I finished his video today. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. Let me share the... Let me see. I would like to be able to bring the live chat up in OBS, but try to see how I do that. Live subscriber count. Got that going. 937. You know what? I'm probably going to start rambling and forget that I have that going on. It's probably going to just go up over 400 without me even paying attention. Let's see here. Okay, I did just figure that out, so how about I go... Oh. No. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Problem is, like, I don't want the audio. I don't want you guys to have to listen to it. So I'm going to see if I can just check from the screen. Okay. Yeah. I just want to know where to go, guys. Just show me. I'm sure this is a great video, but... Oh, here we go. Let's see. Top chat. Yeah. I'm just going to go to OBS and like poke around. So we're at 946, 948. Really only like it's been going up so fast. That's why I started this so much earlier, because I knew it wasn't going to take a whole lot of time before this thing hit 400,000. I wonder who my 400,000 subscribers is going to be. Let's see here. Tools. Let's see here. I'm scanning the area, guys. I know I'm totally missing out on... Oh, chat. There we go. Okay, found it. Now I just gotta figure out how to resize it. Telling you guys, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like learn how to ride a unicycle or something. Okay. Got it. Look, like, not that you can see that, but I'm going to put it over here. There we go. I don't need to see that anymore. Okay, I can see. First comment, it's working. Third comment. There we go, working. Psalm K, fire chicken. Fire, 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 fire. Chicken, 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 chicken. The audio is a little funky. I don't know how to... Maybe I can turn my audio down a little bit. I don't really know how to fix that. Hello from Finland. How do we sign up to fight on the Scrapyard? You have to be at least 18 years old, and you sign up in our Facebook group. If you don't have a Facebook, make one up, or have somebody with Facebook sign you up. So, let's see. I think this is going to be, yeah, okay. I can check my audio, but like, I don't know. Mic auxiliary. I can check that. Basically, I'm kind of just learning as I go, like I told you guys. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it to find out why the microphone or why the mic's so funky. 958. What do you guys want to hear? You guys want to hear how the Scrapyard started? I know some of you haven't heard that before, and so I can indulge you with that story if you want. It's just reverb. Whoa, hold on. Somebody's telling me stuff here. It's just reverb. What up, brother? Hey, what's up? Psalm K, if you give me more information, I can probably fix that. Maybe, I don't know. Tell me if it gets better or worse. I don't know. Desktop audio. It's like robotic. Let me see what my mic source is. It doesn't even say. Yeah. That's a lot better. Okay, good. I turned a couple things down. I think I was just kind of overloading it. All right. So we're at 964,000, guys. Whatever you just did worked. Hey, dumb luck, right? Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Okay. So, story time. First off, let's talk about this. This is a shirt that I got for fighting in Street Beefs back in 2018. I was a big fan of Street Beefs. I had been watching Street Beefs for years. I'm talking years. Like, I found it on YouTube back in like 2014, 2015 or something, right? And then eventually I found him on Facebook. I got in there September 2016. So I joined the Facebook group. First thing I do is, like, I thought I was this cocky mixed martial arts amateur fighter. Like, I thought I was just superior to everybody. But first thing I do is I go in there, I mess with Scarface, and I was like, hey, I want to fight for your promotion someday. I want to get out there, knowing that, you know, I'm in Washington State and he's all the way in Virginia, and I'd never even been to the East Coast before. Never been to the East Coast, never even close. Like, Vegas was the farthest east I'd gone from Washington State, which isn't very, very east. So my work said, "Hey, Fire Chicken, you're going to Virginia on a work trip, whether you like it or not." I was like, "No." And then I was like, you know what? The one good thing that I can get out of a Virginia trip being forced is I can visit Street Beefs because I love it. I watch it all the time, and I'm part of the group. So I get over to Virginia, check into my hotel, message Scarface. Like, "Hey, I don't know if you know me very well, but my name's Steve, aka Fire Chicken. Love your stuff. Never thought I'd be in Virginia, but hey, here I am." So Scarface, he says, "Hey man, like, why don't you come out Friday?" I don't know what day I called him. Maybe it was a Wednesday or something. He's like, "Why don't you come out Friday? Why don't you check out the yard and we'll get some sparring in?" I was like, yes, for sure. So took my little rental car, filled it up full of gas, hopped in it, put Harrisonburg, Virginia in my navigation. 4 hours. Like, that's a long ways, guys. That's a long ways to drive. So I jump in my little rental car, my little Toyota, I think it was, and just head on to Harrisonburg. I get over there. I'm not sure what time. I walk up to the house, which I'd seen glimpses of, on the YouTube. And then I go into the backyard, and even though I've seen it many times, it still looked different. Being there in person, just, you see that you can look around, you can see all the angles at once. And then I met Scarface, and he was with Big Ben and Iraqi Assassin, who I had watched fight many times on Street Beefs. And Scarface's wife was out there, and she was, recording us and stuff. And we put the gloves on. I get in around with a couple rounds of Scarface. I get rounds in with all of them. Super light sparring, like not what I was used to, but I mean, people that I'd never sparred with before. Yeah, I get that. But then Scarface is like, "Hey, let me get an interview." So it's, shit, dude, I'm getting an interview by Scarface. I'm meeting Scarface. I'm in Satan's backyard. I'm in Street Beefs. I was almost like starstruck. He gives me an interview, which, I mean, if you guys want, you can message me and I'll send you the interview. It's on my channel. Type in Fire Chicken interview, Street Beefs Fire Chicken interview. You'll find it. It's dark out. I'm wearing a Punisher shirt. So he gives me an interview. He says, "Hey man, we got fights next weekend. You wanna fight?" I was like, yes, I do. So at this point, it was pouring down rain. It was nighttime. I hop back in the rental car and I head on back. Next weekend comes around. I jump in the rental car by myself. Hey, the countdown's almost here, guys. I'm going to stop my story when we get there, but I jump in the rental car, head on over, Harrisonburg, Virginia, get some video, get some pictures and stuff, fanboying out. I get over there, and everyone's super welcoming. I park my car. I see people I've seen before. I'm taking pictures with people, meet Italian Tyson, I'm meeting Vandal, just all these people. And then, of course, like, Then they get to like write my name down and figure out who I'm gonna fight. We're all kind of standing around in a circle, and they're like, "Fire Chicken, you're fighting Deadpool, boxing." I was like, okay. Apparently this guy had fought before. I'd never seen his fight, but he had done MMA, and he head kick knocked out this guy in like the first round, like brutal. If you look up Street Beef's Deadpool, you'll find my fight with him, and then you'll find his fight where he knocked the dude out cold. One of the most brutal knockouts of Street Beefs, in my opinion. So I get in there. ESPN was there doing a story. They got their cameras out and everything. 3 more subscribers, guys. 3 more. I get in there, and I was pretty calm, but at the same time, I was trying to end it quick. 1 more, guys. Here we go. Oh, it's over here. 400,000. Woo! Happy New Year's. Oh, wait, no. Happy 400,000 subscriber count. I'm going to finish my story, though. And thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys watching our content, and I genuinely love putting out this stuff. It is just such an amazing thing to be able to do, for you guys to be able to see the work that I put out and the fun I have with it. You know, I get so much satisfaction out of it, and the people that I've met, and like, just think of like all the people I wouldn't know if this was never around, if Scarface never gave me an opportunity. But I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting to that. I didn't like pace out my story right. You know, that was kind of tough to do. So anyway, I get in there with Deadpool. You know, this is before they even did video intros. You know, Scarface was just in the ring. This is the OG yard, Satan's backyard, back when it was ropes, back when it was just, you know, like his house. And it was cold out that day. There was snow on the ground, I think. And you know, he gets in there. He's like, ESPN's here doing a story on us, and so don't mind the cameras and everything. And he's like, this is Fire Chicken, this is Deadpool. Then I think it was Ref Rob. No. Yes, it was Ref Rob. Ref Rob was reffing our fight. He was like one of the OGs of Street Beef's refs. And my corner was Bang Time. Bang Time was my corner. And I knew who all these guys were. They just didn't know who I was. And so I get in there. My boxing coach, Pata, he'd been training me for about a year, maybe two, maybe a year and a half, I think about. And we did so much sparring and everything. Like I already knew what to do. I get in there and we start throwing, trying to end it quick. First round, I think he hit me once. I was kind of like, okay. And then after that, I doubled up a right hook. Actually, it was like a right low hook, and then it was like a 45, almost uppercut hook. And it tagged him right on the chin, because when I went low, he dropped his arm, and then I caught him right on the chin. It twisted his neck a little bit. He went down. Rob's counting. He looks up and he's like, no, that's it. And so, boom, won my first Street Beefs fight. First guy from all the way over on that side of the mountains to come over to Street Beefs and win a fight, I believe. Because there weren't that many people there then. 'Cause back then, the subscriber count on YouTube, the time that I was there, was like 300 and something thousand subscribers. Which, so like right now, we're just a little bit over where they were back in 2018, years ago. Which is kind of cool for the story and everything. But, so yeah, you know, I was pumped. I won my first fight. And I met all these cool people. I met like Emilio, Italian Tyson, just people that I saw walking around, you know, like that I got a chance to get pictures with them. I tried to get pictures with as many people as possible. And so like afterwards I got in there and I sparred a little bit and talked to Scarface after, and he says, hey, next month, December, like I think it was like December 1st or December 2nd or 3rd or whatever. He's like, that's when the next one is. I said, man, I'm here. And so I got to training. I had some local people and some other people that I was training with, and just working on my boxing, staying in shape and running. And that next month, December, something came around. And I showed up, parked in the parking lot. This time I parked right next to this. Yeah, we already talked about the sound, so... I parked, I get out of the car. At this point I had a couple people with me that I had been training with. But they got out of the car with me, and I see Killer Kyle. He gets out of his car, knew who he was, you know. We kind of talked a little bit. Remember his yellow wraps that he had on. I just remember that. Yeah, I don't even know if my mic, it might be my camera that's using the settings too. But anyway, I get out, I'm walking with him and the 2 people I was with, 3 people I was with, and we walked to Street Beefs, you know, and this time there's other people there that I'd seen before, same basic thing. You know, you get out, you get down there, they match you up with people based on your experience and everything, and I got matched up this time with this dude named Steady Eddie. Steady Eddie was more of like a street fighter. I think he just boxed, and he was 1-0 in Street Beefs, and I think he's a couple years older than me, and matched up with him. I think he had some weight on me too. They didn't do weight on the screen or anything back then. And so this time Bang Time was the referee. And I don't remember who I had in my corner. Probably the people I trained with. And I get in there, ready to go. Still cold as hell out. And I get in the ring, and I remember Bang Time. And I get in there, and I start like just trying to hit this dude as hard as I can. At one point, I remember like he was blocking good. He was doing a pretty good job of blocking. His problem was that he didn't bring his hands back when he threw. So what I would do is I'd just duck under it, and then I would counter, and it would cause him to like dive into the ropes and stuff and fall on the ground. And so he was easy to counter, but he was tough. Like a couple times I hit him really hard. He blocked it, but I just put as much into it as I could. Like I just pivoted my foot and just boom, hook right in the side of the head, made him like wobble a little bit. And I was like, man, this guy can take a shot. And so I just kind of picked at him for 3 rounds. And then that third, and I gotten a couple standing 8 counts on him at this point, I think. But then by the 3rd round, I tried a straight on him, and hard to see in the video. You can look up Street Beefs Fire Chicken versus Steady Eddie, and dude's coming in on me, and I just went pop, just stopped him, and you just see him go like that, and Bang Time sees it right away, and he's like 1, 2, and then Steady Eddie's like, I'm done. So that was the end of my second Street Beef fight. And so, knowing that I wasn't going to be there for another month, I went back. I kept training. Thanks Scarface, you know, and made my way back to Washington State in December. Once I got here, my boxing coach was like, "Hey, Fire Chicken, why don't we build a ring in your yard to practice?" You know, it's like, hell yeah, let's do it, man. Oh, the shirt. Okay, so when I was at Street Beefs, Scarface, you know, he gave me a shirt, and this is the shirt that he gave me. An OG Street Beef shirt, glove up or shut up. I don't wear this thing very often, special occasions. But that's where I got it. Scarface handed it to me personally for fighting or for showing up. And just a cool dude. And so anyway, I showed up back in Washington in December, and my coach and I decided let's build this little ring because I got some stuff laying around the yard, right? Now, my intention was never to do Street Beefs. Like, it was never an intention to, you know, be a branch of Street Beefs. Because I didn't know laws or nothing in Washington State. But, I mean, what could there possibly be about wrong with building a ring in your yard for practice? So we didn't really look too much into it. Because at that point, that's all we intended on doing. And so we built this ring out of some poles, some bungee, some pipe cover, and then we start looking into laws and everything, and realize, like, you know what? If we wanted to, we could do this. So we start thinking, like, you know what? Maybe we should throw a fight. Maybe we should do this. But I didn't want to use Street Beefs to do it. I wanted to do it on my own. I didn't want to risk getting kicked out of Street Beefs because I love Street Beefs so much. And so I made what we called Scrapyard Fights. I came up with the name Scrapyard. Scrap because it's fight, and yard because it's in my yard. Yes, we're in Gig Harbor. So Scrapyard, and they're fights. Scrapyard Fights, right? Easy. Make a Facebook group. Facebook group, Scrapyard Fights. Boom. Okay. Make a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel was created in February or March of 2020, and it was meant to put sparring footage on and that kind of stuff. Because like I said, we didn't build this whole thing for making fights originally. That came out later. So we got this ring, and we're planning on doing these fights. First fight, I get a GoPro, I get a sponsor. At the time it was Beamer. They bought me a GoPro, and we're like, we're gonna film some fights, and we're gonna put them on our YouTube channel. Well, at the time there was one branch of Street Beefs besides the OG branch. So if you're not familiar with how the branches work, the OG branch is the main one, Virginia. Scarface created that one in 2008. He's allowed a couple branches since then, but not very many. I'll go over them in a minute, but so at the time there was one branch, and it was Pound for Pound, ran by this dude named Cornflake, who I used to talk to, all the time because I sparred with Cornflake over in Virginia. I want to say I was one of the first people that he sparred with, coming back to boxing. I actually wish I had that video. I don't think we were rolling the camera. But anyway, so he got a hold of Scarface and kind of propositioned Scarface and said, hey, you know what? They got this thing already set up. They know the laws. What do you think of Street Beef's Scrapyard? And from what I understand, Scarface liked the name. He liked the idea. He liked that we were already showing initiative, that we were put together, that we were taking it serious, and that we were basically already following suit with how they do things as far as the level of care that they put into their fights. And so I called Scarface up and I said, I heard you talk to Cornflake, and he kind of went over his expectations and that it was going to be kind of a trial basis and we were going to see how it goes. I was like, okay. He says, we'll put your fights on our channel, and we'll just go from there. And so we had our first event. We had 9 fights, not very many at all. It was chaotic. It was nerve-wracking. I couldn't talk in front of a camera to save my life. I got so much hate on YouTube. I was overbearing to certain people. I was pushy. I was not myself because I had this huge opportunity. And, sometimes when you try to not do something, that you actually tend to hurt more than help. And that's how it was. I was overcritical of thumbnails and when my videos were coming out, and I annoyed the shit out of people, and I was such a pain in the ass because I wanted to do the absolute best and put out the best product that I could, and that was what I wanted. I wanted to just do the very best of my capabilities. And so I was just a overbearing mother and caused people great grief and probably permanently hurt my relationship with those people, the way I treated them and all that I don't ever know if they'll think of me as the same because of how all that happened, despite me apologizing and taking credit for being a giant pain in the ass. I wasn't myself, but the same time, I was just trying not to mess up this opportunity, which I almost like completely destroyed it. But things tended to work. Things worked out, obviously, because we were still a branch of Street Beefs. We began putting the fights on our own YouTube channel after January, February of 2021. We started building from there. It was a really slow process, you know, and since Street Beefs wasn't editing the videos, I had to learn how to edit the videos. In fact, I think that me putting them on my own channel allowed us to grow and forced me out of necessity to learn how to do certain things. So I had to learn how to video edit. I had to learn how to do thumbnails. There was really a lot of stuff that was really out of my comfort zone, but I had to learn how to do it out of necessity. And I had to learn how to be a better announcer. I had to learn how to interact with people better. I had to learn how to be more open-minded to just individuals and be accepting of everybody and just be a genuinely good person and try to help people. Not that I didn't have that already, but like I just believe that I seen that more, you know, after, like how that helps people and the impact that it makes on people's life. In fact, if you go to our Facebook group right now, there was a post that I made like 2 years ago, and it was just kind of the impact that Street Beef Scrapyard has had on your life, whether you're a fan or a fighter or a coach. And I was going through some old Jig Autumn stuff, and I found that post, and you know, it was really cool to see how everybody felt about what we had done locally, or even just as viewers, you know, people watching from different countries and everything. It's really neat to see like how Street Beefs, how the Scrapyard has affected their lives. And I encourage you, like, if you're on our Facebook group, you're a fighter, you're a fan, whatever, go find that post and just write out like your feelings about how you feel about what Street Beef Scrapyard has done for you. I love hearing it. The other fighters love hearing it. Maybe if you're a fan, talk about some of your favorite fighters that you like watching. I tell you, these fighters, when they get noticed in public, when somebody walks up to them, wants a picture with them, that means so much to them, guys. So, anyway, so I'll go back to my story now. Back in 2021, you know, we start putting our stuff on our own channel. Street Beef Scrapyard is growing steadily, but we run into some new sponsors, Peixoto, run into some of the fighters that you see today that have just become staples of the Scrapyard, names, household names. We built a number of household names. You know, Solo Gash, Jay Gotham, rest in peace, Viking Warrior, Crazy Legs, High Speed. I mean, there's been so many that Terrifier. I mean, some people have come and gone. Some people have moved on to amateurs. Some people have even moved on to pros. Which is honestly like my goal. One of my goals with the Scrapyard is to help people get where they want to go. And the larger we get, the more people I interact with, the more opportunities present itself, and it gives me the ability to be able to help people get where they want to go. It's all coming together in a bigger picture, and I really work daily to try to get the most out of this to help people. So anyway, we started a secondary YouTube channel in 2021. It was Scrapyard GoPro. It was mainly a secondary angle. That grew, that blew up, it did a great thing, and then it just went. I'm gonna start focusing more on that in the future, but in the meantime, for now, I'm just gonna kind of keep it alive a little bit, and then I will add more to that. The YouTube channel, I mean, it hit 1,000 subscribers, it hit 10,000 subscribers, at 50,000, it hit 100,000, it hit 250, hit 250,000. I can tell you where we were at the. I'm big into analytics, guys, and some people are just like numbers. I don't care about numbers at all, but I do. I always have. Numbers surrounding anything, video games, computer games, frames per second, technical stuff. You know, I've just always been drawn to that, and so I remember certain dates when we hit certain numbers, like the beginning of the year. I remember I wanted to hit 200,000 in 2022, and I didn't get it. I got 197,000. So January 1st, 2023, 197,000 subscribers. And as you can see now, right here, boom, 400,000. And we still got months left, guys. It's September, October, November, December. Still got a lot of time. Who knows what the channel will do? I don't. My goal for the channel for the year, at the beginning of the year, I said, I know it's tough, but I really would like to hit 350,000 this year. That would be amazing. And then we hit it, and then we went past it, and now we're where we are. So it's just impossible to predict where you're going to be. But I'm super excited about where we are. And another thing that's been getting a lot of attention is our Instagram. Didn't really care about Instagram at first, but I figured Instagram out, and then I started just doing what I figured out. And so we went from 50,000, 100,000, 150,000, 165,000, 180,000, 200,000, and then just like in no time we hit 410,000 on Instagram. Like, there were people on Instagram that they treated me like shit when I had like 50,000 followers. Then there were people that wouldn't work with me because I didn't have enough followers, and then I got a lot of followers, and then there were, like a couple 100,000, and they were like begging to work with me, and then I got to 400,000, and then I got messages from people that straight up said, I mean, just like totally disrespected me and stole my content, and were just completely whiny little douches that they messaged me and were like, oh, I'm really sorry about what happened when you had 100,000 followers, but I see you're climbing fast. They didn't say it like that. They're like, but now they see that I'm climbing fast, and it's like all of a sudden they want to work with me. Not even worth my time to respond. Like, if you didn't respect us when we were smaller, and you just pushed us to the side, then why would I even want to acknowledge you when we're big? I remember the people that were there for the Scrapyard when we were small, when we didn't have a lot of subscribers, when we didn't have a lot of followers. They saw the goal. They knew they wanted to be part of it, and they've enjoyed it ever since. We do have a number of OGs in the Scrapyard that are still with us, that come to the events, that help out. I mean, I'll shout out. I'm going to shout out some of the people that really help out with the events, and that are Scrapyard OGs and big supporters ever since the beginning. One I just talked to was Juan, Karate Gandalf, and his brother, Mad Dog. Alex. Those guys have been with the Scrapyard since the absolute beginning. Buddy V, Simo, coach, our referee, Gimp, Anomaly. Trying to think. I feel so bad for anybody that I'm not mentioning. But they've been with us since, like, we had the bungee ropes, you know? And then, you know, like, when we got the new cage, then we got fighters like Viking Warrior and Crazy Legs, and we really started to get noticed. And I still consider all of them, like, you know, that have been here since the beginning. I kind of have to have a cutoff line to when I consider people OGs. And I just figure, like, you know what? If you were here, if you laid the groundwork for the cage, if you were here before January 1st, 2021, if you were here in 2020, helping out with the cage, rolling out the turf, painting, all that stuff, you're a Scrapyard OG. You are. And it's not to take away from anything, anyone that showed up like a month later or 2 months later. It's just like, it's just that those people were here at that time, you know? And we don't have a lot of the fighters that are still doing it, but we do have some. We do have a lot of people that are helping out still. And then we have a number of newer people that are helping out. I'm going to shout them out really quick. And I apologize if I forget anybody, because my intent is not to exclude anybody, but just to praise the people that I can remember. So first off, I need to praise and thank my nurses, Tess and Abby, and anybody else that helps out with the nursing stuff, because there are some people that help out, you know, monthly. Even Solo gets in there and helps out with them. But I want to shout them out for taking their time, coming out to the Scrapyard, and helping out. You guys keep the fighters safe. Next up, I want to shout out my referees. You guys also show up monthly, help out, and keep the fighters safe. And you're working the whole time. Anomaly, Gimp, Coach P, even Turtle sometimes, and maybe Psalm K this month. But the referees, you guys, thank you. I appreciate you guys a lot. Next up, we got our food vendors. So Derek Gostowski. We've had food vendors in the past, and I got to thank all them too, you know, because if they hadn't come out and provided for the Scrapyard in those months, then we wouldn't have had food vendors. Shout out to the sponsors, even the ones that are, you know, here and gone, which are, you know, Tony Batchelor, the Batchelors, aka Beamer. You know, they did a lot for us in the very beginning when we got the cage going, and, you know, helped us out build the Scrapyard. And then Pishoto, Len LB3, you know, he's helped out with the Scrapyard since pretty much the very beginning. Really big factor in getting the cage panels, and he did a lot of stuff out of pocket, and he's, you know, one of probably the main reason why we have the cage that we have today. The other sponsors are more like gear sponsors, you know, Sasquatch the Legend, HK USA. Thank you guys. Next, my matchmakers, you know, I got people that come out that sit there and put matches together. Mainly it's Mr. Top Knockers, my main main matchmaker, along with Flex and Gimp and other people that kind of step in and help put matchups together. They run around, they ask people questions, they try to gauge experience, try to make it as safe and as fair as possible. So shout out them. Shout out my camera operators. So that's going to be Buddy V, Karate Gandalf, my live operators. That could be Ruckus. That could be whoever is up there talking on my live. I know that gets passed around a lot, so thank you guys. Big thanks. I should have thanked this one first. Mandy Bear. So Mandy Bear does a lot of recording with my phone. Takes some really cool videos. Cheers on the fighters. Just a big part of the scrapyard. Couldn't do it without her blessing. Nah, Psalm K. It's been like a year, man. Couldn't do it without her blessing and her being part of it. Let's see. Shout out to my door operator, Mad Dog, or whoever handles the door. I know you guys are like, door operator? What does that even mean? It's because we got like a really cool door, and it takes an operator to run it, basically. Shout out to my sign-ins. So that will be like Jeremy, Sue, anybody that shows up, even Robbie that shows up early. They're out there weighing people, getting reach measurements, and just checking people in and making sure they're filling out their waivers properly. So, shout out to them. Shout out to Jeremy again. Timekeeper, the guy you hear, 5, that guy has been to I believe he's been to every event. He was a moderator in our group before we even had a moderator, like before we even had anybody doing anything. He was in there. RD, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate seeing you comment on our videos and everything. Same with Ohms and UC. I love seeing repeat names. That's actually, you guys are actually the reason that I do these lives, because I like seeing reoccurring names and people that support us on a different level than just watching fights. So yes, our timekeeper Jeremy, definitely deserves recognition for the time, pun not intended, that he's put into helping out. So yes, thank you, timekeeper Jeremy. Shout out to anybody that goes out there and corners people, anybody that helps us out, like Turtle, that got us all the water that we have, for the fights. Because we provide free water, whether it's me buying it or Turtle got the hookup on it, Sorry, I'm just going through really quick, like, the different jobs and stuff and people that I can shout out. Yeah. Shout out Scarface. Shout out Sunshine. Shout out the OG Branch of Street Beefs. You guys ignited the spark for this, and we wouldn't have this cool platform, this platform that I believe in wholeheartedly, if it wasn't for Scarface giving his blessing and Sunshine helping us out, promoting us, and believing in us. So shout out also to anybody that believes in us, that likes what we do, that supports us, that shares our shit. Like, you guys are supporters, and I appreciate that a lot, because there's a lot of people that watch. A lot of people that watch these things. There's I hate to bring up any negative, but there are people that do watch and hope that what we have fails, and it's cool to be able to make the haters see us continuously improving, and more people getting involved with us, and more opportunities. So, in the end, a hater that watches everything you do is just a fan. So, even the haters, even the people that are local to me, that knew me from way before I started my martial arts journey, that didn't support me, that didn't come to the fights, that didn't even give us a damn chance. And that's the thing. A lot of the people that are haters have never been here. They hate from outside the club because they can't even get in. But they've always been invited. That's the thing. Like, they developed an opinion of us, maybe looked at us as a threat to them. They didn't see us for what we were truly trying to do, and that was to help people out. Maybe they just looked at it like, well, I can't capitalize on this in any way. You're not helping me out. I don't support what you do because I hate seeing people on a come up. You should honestly, if you see somebody rising up, you should be happy for them. And I'll say this, probably my biggest fan, my biggest supporter, the person that puts a heart emoji on everything I do, that is super proud of what we built, is my Aunt Lisa. Shout out Aunt Lisa. My aunt, and I'm not taking away from Ordinary Pete. Hey, shout out to you. Not taking away from anybody else, because there's a lot of people that do support me, that show up, Ordinary Pete, that love everything we do, but I gotta say, like, my aunt, she's just on top of things. Like, she fully supports us, and it's cool to have that. So, my parents, they support it. My brother, but my aunt, she's just boom, right there, and that's really cool. Because some of my other family members would rather just never speak to me again before they gave me a pat on the back or a good job. But that's how it goes. You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family sometimes. So, yeah, it's been an awesome journey. I'm going to do this again I'm going to try. So I say this, but this live count, right here, I'm going to try it again when we hit another milestone. But I can't guarantee it, because it might be at like 3 o'clock in the morning. No limit, what is going on? Hey man, you got to be getting close to that wall of fame. Am I right? I don't know. Hey Muslim Star, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Ordinary Pete, when are you going to get your ass out to the scrapyard? Maybe I'll let you announce the fight if you want. The scrapyard's allowed me to meet, talk to, associate with people I never thought I would ever be able to meet. Some people on Instagram I've talked to, personal messages, voice messages back and forth. I met Dana White. I never would have met Dana White through Power Slap had I not done Street Beats, because I wouldn't have had a platform that would have introduced me and linked me up to any of these people. So I met Dana White. I met these people because of Street Beats, because of the scrapyard, because of what we built. So this platform is like a God-given gift, like being born with an athletic talent. And you know what? If I was born with an athletic talent that could take me to the highest levels achievable, I would do that. I wouldn't just, not use it or, play in the minor leagues. I would fully try to get as much out of it as I can, because I see it for what it is. But also, this isn't everybody's. This isn't everybody's dream. Okay? And everybody should try to go for their dreams, what they love. It's you're going to get a lot of enjoyment out of your life in general if you follow your dreams, but they got to be your dreams. What do you love to do? If you like playing video games, why not start a Twitch channel and start streaming and do that? If you love cars, why not start a YouTube channel and show your progress on building a classic muscle car and everything you do. You're gonna suck at first. You're gonna be awkward in front of the camera. You're not gonna have any followers, but that shouldn't be what it's about. It's about expressing your love for what you do and showing it to the world. You'll get better. You will. But if it's not your love, like little Death Star, thank you. Like, okay, if I want to start a YouTube channel on pottery and say, oh man, if you get into pottery, you know how much money there is in pottery on YouTube. But you know what? If I started a YouTube channel, and this is hypothetical, 100%. I don't know anything about pottery, and I don't think it's that big of a draw on YouTube. But like, if you started up your YouTube channel because pottery was big and you could make a lot of money off a YouTube channel on pottery, then like you wouldn't love what you did. You'd probably even like get to the point where it feels like a chore to edit the videos or to even do the pottery. Like, you'd be like, here we go, put on my happy face, gonna do some pottery and spend several hours editing the footage. Yay. But I can tell you one thing. I grew up a fighting fan, a videography fan, an editing fan, all that stuff. I grew up with all that stuff. And so those things were already my passion before Street Beefs. And when I started doing this whole thing, my goal was to just have fun, show the world what I love, and just get better at it. And you know what? When I did that, I got more and more people that just like saw that passion, and they started jumping in and watching. And then it just kind of built this community, our Facebook community, our Instagram, our YouTube. More and more people every single day. Look guys, I've been doing this live now, and I picked up over 400 subscribers just off this live. So, I think, I don't know, something like that, 300 or 400. So, I mean, it's like when I first started. You ever see Field of Dreams? I think it's on Netflix right now. If you've never seen Field of Dreams, look it up. Actually, there's a couple really good movies on Netflix right now. Wolf of Wall Street, I love that movie. It's hilarious. But anyway, Field of Dreams. So, look it up, and it's about somebody that, it wasn't even, so they pursued their passion kind of. They had a passion for baseball, but they had a calling And the calling was to build this thing, to draw, you know, if you build it, they will come kind of deal. And they didn't know what they were building it for. With Scrapyard, it's a little bit different. I knew I was building something for myself, and like I said, originally it was built for us to have a place to train. And it just built up to so much more. And I love editing videos. I do. Because I have always, another thing that I've always been into was art. I wouldn't consider myself the most proficient artist. I can't draw particularly well. I can't really paint that well. But with a computer, I can make some artistic stuff. In high school, I remember taking an art class, and the teacher's name, his name was Mr. Hunter, I think. And he would let me just free reign, do whatever I wanted. If I want to spend a whole day in the back room playing A Link to the Past, you know, on the computer, I could do that. Because I could just bust out the assignments and stuff like nothing. Because I love doing it. Anything you love doing in life, you'll be proficient at. You'll make yourself learn how to do it. You'll overcome adversity because you love it. So I remember some of the projects in high school, stop-go animation, I did claymation, and I thought this stuff was just so cool to me, like to be able to have like a finished product that I can just say like, look at this, I created this. It's on tape or whatever. And yeah, you know, that's kind of similar to what I do with the fights. You know, I have this platform where I can create whatever I want in my mind. I can put in these videos, special effects, whatever I want. And one thing about when I was an amateur fighter that I hated was the fact that you put all this time and effort in, training, you go out there, you get matched up, it's stressful, you got to cut weight, and you spend all this time getting ready for it, and you get in the ring, sometimes your opponent doesn't even show up. But sometimes they do. You get in there, and you fight your ass off against somebody, and then you're done with your fight, you either win or you lose, and then you find out afterwards, nobody recorded it. I spent weeks, years learning, but weeks preparing, weight cutting, timing, cardio, all that stuff to prepare for an opponent. And now I have no proof other than a couple pictures that it even happened. Maybe you don't even have any pictures. Because if you were fighting before I fought, probably you might not have any pictures. I fought like 09 to 2013, like in that time period. Think about backyard fighting, guys. Like backyard fighting, when did backyard fighting start? Some of you are going to be like, Kimbo Slice, that was the original backyard fighting. That is not the original backyard fighting. Dad at 5000, not the original backyard fighting. You know when backyard fighting existed? It started way before we even had cameras. But people didn't have a platform to put it on. It wasn't until the 90s when Kimbo and Dad at 5000 and Masvidal and all these guys busted out recorders and put that stuff on the internet. So they're considered like the grandfathers of backyard fights. Bare knuckle, you know, that stuff. But that stuff's been happening. I mean, there's a guy in our group that was showing pictures of backyard fights in the 70s. Pictures of that. The 70s? What, you mean, like, that happened back? Yeah, that happened back then. They've been doing fights since the Roman times. What, you think it was sanctioned? You think they had all that stuff back then, like the UFC has now? No. No, none of that stuff was sanctioned prior to 1990. 95, pretty much. The UFC wasn't sanctioned for years. Dana White started out non-sanctioned, just putting out stuff that was getting a lot of criticism and hate, and he overcame adversity and mainstreamed it. Dana White's gone through a lot of scrutiny and a lot of headaches to try to make it to what it is now. And that's why I respect Dana and praise him for what he's created. But what we're doing is a little bit different. He did it in a way that was to legitimize mixed martial arts and be recognized as a form of combat amongst boxing, karate, and all that. And he has successfully done it. But street beefs started to reduce street violence, to give people a platform to handle beefs without going to jail, without it escalating into something even worse. That's why I respect the fuck out of Scarface and street beefs and everybody that stands for what street beefs has created. Or transpired into, I should say. Ever since the beginning, that's always been the goal of street beefs. And you know what? Now it's more popular. Mr. Invincible, yes, come out and do it. Bring somebody, and I'll get you guys. I'll let you guys do a rap battle in my cage. I'm saying it now. Come out to the scrapyard, do a rap battle. Why not? Anyway, so what Scarface has created and what Dana's created, they're different. However, we do accommodate the sports side of fighting by allowing people to come out, get some experience, get some exposure. And back to what I was saying about the video. When I fought as an amateur, you didn't get shit. You got whatever your buddy cell phone recorded off 20 rows back. You fought at a venue that, you know what? As long as you signed up, they didn't care what happened in the fight. As long as they have a fighter's name to put in that slot, they didn't care about you before the fight, after the fight, none of that. All they cared about was how many tickets did we sell this time? How much alcohol did we sell? You know, because a lot of venues don't really do it because they. I'm not bad talking everyone, guys. Don't get me wrong. I've been to some fights before where I know that the person that runs it loves putting on fights, and yeah. So don't get me wrong. But yeah. Anyway, what Street Beefs has created, what the Scrapyard's created, what we stand for, it's different than what Dana White created, and I just want people to recognize that there were different goals in mind when both entities started, in their infancy. And I love what Street Beefs is currently. I love what it stands for. I love how we give opportunities to people, and I love how if you come out and you fight, you're going to get a badass video edited by yours truly. You're going to get a badass video edited that you basically can come back anytime and look at and be like, look, grandkids, your grandpappy fought in Street Beefs, Scrapyard, and look at this video created by Fire Chicken. Yeah, I like the editing portion of it too, so I do get enjoyment out of that. But to have something like that, it's like getting a trophy for going out and playing on a football team. It shows that you were there. It's an accomplishment, right? Whether you win or lose, a number of our fighters get comments outside the scrapyard like, hey, aren't you Crazy Legs, the guy that fights? Aren't you Terrifier? Aren't you Viking Warrior? I think I saw you on YouTube. Damn right you did. You know why? Because our videos are, I'll go into the analytics a little bit right now, guys, about like if you come out and fight for Street Beef Scrapyard, like what you can kind of expect as far as viewership goes. So this is on a 28-day cycle. In the last 28 days, we have got 543,000 watch hours. You can look at it like this. 543,000 people, over 500,000, have watched our channel in the last 28 days for at least an hour. 500,000 people have watched our YouTube channel for that amount of time. We have gotten 32.9 million views in the last 28 days. We have gained 60,000 subscribers in the last 28 days. In the last 2 days, the last 48 hours, our YouTube channel has gotten over 8 million views. Our lifetime views on our channel, I'm going to tell you this. Our lifetime views are 183 million views total on our YouTube channel. Our watch hours in our lifetime is 6,876,000 watch hours. So 6,876,000 people have watched our channel for at least an hour. I want you to think about something really quick. Now this is one platform. This doesn't count Instagram or TikTok. TikTok. Yeah, I hate TikTok. This doesn't count those platforms. But imagine millions and millions of people. How many people are fans of fighting? Okay. And then you put that out in a platform like YouTube or Instagram. You get people watching your shorts, your videos that you didn't even know were watching them. I can guarantee you, some people I know because they follow us. I know Czech Congo, Shaq, Exhibit. I mean, I can't even go through because there's just so many verified people that click on it every day. Matt Barnes, tons of professional athletes that I don't follow because I just don't watch football. So the Seahawks players, so many people's eyes are on you guys as fighters. Because the shorts, the reels, that's where people are really noticing you guys. Snoop Dogg has shared our stuff on his Instagram. He showed one of our videos. He put it on the wall of his Instagram. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has hit me up asking if he can use some of our footage to break down. Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson routinely does breakdowns on our videos. The GOAT. You think like GSP or Joe Rogan or Hoist Gracie, or you think some of these people haven't tuned into our channel, haven't seen some of our clips? We've only been doing this for 3 years, guys. 3 years. What have we accomplished in 3 years? That's what we accomplished in 3 years so far. 3 years right there. So imagine another 3 years. Imagine where we're at after 10 years. Imagine who's seen our stuff. The only thing I ask for people that I don't think that they're ever going to see this. Maybe I'll cut it up into a short. Maybe I'll download this video and cut it up into a short. The only thing I ask for people that are on the edge, whether they want to, fuck with us or not, is to give us a chance because of what we stand for. And just remember that even the UFC was unsanctioned at one point. And just believe in us, believe in our hearts in the right place, and that we just want to we want to make things better for everybody. We want to help people out. That's our goals. So, man, this has been a really cool sit down with you guys. I feel like I've stayed super on point. I've just been able to go from one thing to the other. I think it's because I'm kind of excited about the whole thing. Haven't been using a lot of stalling words like or the or you know. You know, that's one too, right? I just have been able to talk to you guys like I'm talking to a person. So, I'll take 5 questions. 5 questions. I will take 5 questions before I get off here. This isn't a kicking it with chicken. It's not a 15 minutes with chicken. I'll take advice. What do you guys want to see different from the scrapyard? What do you want to see us improve? I won't count those as questions. I know I got a couple people watching right now. More people are going to watch this after the fact than are going to they're actually watching it right now. So, I mean, we got 20 people watching. Not a lot. But I'll take some questions. Come on, guys. Stump me. Something you've always wanted to know about the scrapyard. There's not very much stuff I won't answer. If I don't got anything in the next couple minutes, I'm just going to peace out. But give you guys an opportunity. 400,000 subscriber count. Live feed. You will be forever immortalized on this live feed with your question and a shout out. How about some of these people that aren't talking that are in here? We got 20 people watching. We got a couple people commenting. Do you want me to be really mean and gift some memberships to you guys so I can see who's hiding in the back and not talking? I love doing that. I love gifting memberships to people. I'm not going to do it. But anyway, guys, hit me up with some questions really quick. And try to stump me, yeah. I will hold on. Try to stump me, yeah. Sorry, I'm checking something out right now. Yo. Just kidding. There, happy gifting. Let's see who's hiding out in the background. Pokey, Trav. These are all people that Alex Hernandez, Xetros Fox. Can I run live next event? Yes, you can, no limit. So these are people that were hiding that got free memberships. Hey, Mr. Invincible, I don't get to pick who gets a membership. It's completely random. I will say this. If you want a membership, it's like $2. It's $2. Come on. Go hit the join button. If you're on an iPhone, gonna have to do it from a computer. Hit the join button. What I offer you as a member, I would have gifted you one, dude. I really would have, but it's completely random. Because it gifts it to anybody who's in the live chat. Let's see here. So, yeah, apologize for that, man. I would have really given it to you. It's kind of funny, though, because some of these people, like I gift it to, they don't say anything. I mean, Alex Hernandez, is that Juan's brother? David Medina, Infernal Machine, Pokey T Rave. Zentronus Fox. I can't say it. How about some of you guys that I just mentioned? Because you guys are the ones I gifted unintentionally. Can we get kendo stick fights? I mean, we do have some people that come out that do that stuff, but I don't think we could do that, to be honest. I'm really surprised. Like, I guess I can count No Limit. Yeah, you can run a live at the next event. I'm really surprised we didn't get more, questions. I guess I got to plan these lives out a little bit better. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you. We were at 399, 800 when we started this thing, so we got like 400 or 500 subscribers. In about an hour. I don't know how long I've been doing this actually. An hour? You see if OBS does it even time it? It doesn't time it. Oh yeah, hour 26. So an hour and 26. All right, guys. Like I said, that's all I got for you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for supporting us on various platforms. And thank you for supporting the fighters. With that said, love y'all. Fire Chicken out.